you've had some classic games with San Diego State, and
Yeah.
particularly down there too. What are your thoughts on going down to Viejas Arena?
Well, it's a great, we got guys, seniors on this team that have never played there. And, we've told them a lot about it and that it's a great place to play. And, Mountain West has a lot of great places to play. And I think this is right near the tops. And so we're excited to go down and play. And we know we're going to face a hot team that's been really improved as the season went on. But, the team that I saw when we played them here, I thought they were really, really good. So we know how good San Diego State can be.
The bye, just kind of having the time to kind of regroup for these final two games in the tournament. How do you feel where's the team kind of at right now heading into this last week?
It seems great. We had a terrific approach our last two games and a terrific approach on the road at Colorado State. And, when you have to go back-to-back road games, it's nice to have a few days in between to get your legs back under you, get your minds right, and be able to move off again. So it seems like the bye came at a great time again.
When San Diego State was here, they looked really good in the
they did.
83-80 loss for them. What have they done in their last four games that they didn't do between the loss to us and then their four-game winning streak?
Well, they look like they're clicking, and you know how some teams are just when things are clicking, they're just a better team, and that's what I've seen with them. They're peaking at the right time, it looks like, and playing together, and a lot of times you're trying to figure out your team, and some teams you're just trying to put the pieces together, and they look like they're all kind of coming together.
How difficult is the game plan and scouting when you don't know about Pope's situation?
Yeah, again, we worry about our thing the most, and how we prepare in our mindset and all that stuff, and we'll just deal with whatever we have to deal with.
Well, what's he doing if he does play? I guess what does he bring to them? I guess in terms of what kind of player is he, and if he does play.
Well, he's just so versatile. He's got guard skills. He's so big and long, and he can change the game both offensively and defensively. And he's one of the best players in the league.
How do you think they're going to change up the defense this time, considering Chandler scored 44 points on him the last time?
Hard to say, it's been a long time since we both played each other, and I think that's one of the mainstays of that program over the years, and they'll guard. I know that.
You guys saw it in the Mountain West tournament, but are they one of those teams where on any given day they can be the best team in the league? They just have so much talent that it's scary, and you guys unfortunately saw that last year in the Mountain West tournament.
You're right, and UNLV, who I think is another really good team, and they went down there and just got blasted, and it shows you how explosive San Diego State can be.
As someone that's been around college basketball for a while, what's your reaction when you see some of the new FBI reports that come out around college basketball?
Yeah, it's all I can talk about is our program and the way we run it and trying to do the right things, and I was hired to do that 8 years ago, and I can't control what other people are doing, and have no, I don't know whether you want to know if I'm surprised, not surprised. I don't, nothing surprises you anymore this day and age, I guess.
I know your recruiting budgets, all that stuff's not the same as some of the big boys and stuff, but do you want everything else to at least be even? You want to have as much of an even playing field as you can, right?
Yeah, and I think that's the most important thing. Why do we have rules that some of us are going to really try to follow to the T, and then others play by different rules? It's not right. And, I think that there's a lot of coaches that feel that way, and, so it's great. Let's make sure we're all on the same page and all playing by the same rules, and that'll make it a lot better.
Well, what direction do you think this is going? Do you think there's a way where the players could be compensated, or how do you kind of look at how you do kind of regulate it so it's more of an even playing field?
I don't know, and that's there's a lot of people that have to come together and figure out these challenges that we face, and there's a lot of smart people involved in college basketball, and I think it's not an unfixable problem at all. But like you said, the most important, let's all play by the same rules, and then that there's coaches getting fired because they try to do it the right way, and maybe they don't win as much as they could or should if they play by other rules. So you hate to see that side of the coin too. Let's all play by the same ones, and away we go.
Do you find yourself looking at the Mountain West standings, thinking about seeds and that kind of stuff once you enter the last week here and kind of look at scenarios and stuff?
Some years more than others, but there's just so much that can happen, 3 through 9 still, or 3 through 8, that it's almost too many scenarios still.
You guys have had kind of a productive bye week or bye game, even though you didn't actually do anything. You suddenly have a quadrant 1 win, and you guys secured the number 2 seed. How did those two things grab you?
Well, that's important, and I knew Oregon was close, and Loyola Chicago was right there. I think their RPI is 33. If they move up 3, then that's another quadrant 1 win. And those are important. And there's teams that are, they have them in the tournament, and they have them in a healthy 6 or 7 seed, and they have 1 quadrant 1 win. 1. So, all of a sudden you're getting a resume that's better than people think, and that's why when some people tweet and say, speaking absolutes, nobody knows enough to be pessimistic. Nobody really does. So we don't know how it's going to be judged. We don't know where it's going to end up. All that stuff. So it'll sort itself out.
Obviously, when you're scheduling, you're trying to schedule quality opponents. But do you catch yourself? I mean, as the season goes on, you see, okay, Loyola Chicago. When you were scheduling, you thought they would be a tournament team, maybe. I mean, how does that work when you go through scheduling, and now you see where maybe a win or two you thought would have been better? Or
well, you can plan as much as you can plan, but you had Oregon on the schedule, who was Final Four team the year before, number 1 seed the year before that, so you're pretty safe to get a good game there. SMU when we played them, they were a top 25 level team, and they just got a rash of injuries and something that you couldn't plan for. I thought that would be top 20 team the way what I saw on film, and you can't lose a guy like Shake Milton and it's not to expect a drop off at a place like SMU or so. But then you get a pleasant surprise of Loyola Chicago. I knew they were going to be good. I don't think people knew they were going to be this good. So, hopefully those things balance out a little bit, because you have to do it a long time in advance too.
You do have a degree from Oregon, right?
I do. I have a master's degree from
you
Oregon.
You work for them the rest of the year, I guess.
I
You
do.
need to keep them above 70.
No question.
Yeah.
No question. I do.
What was most enjoyable